Hey, beautifuls. We are experiencing a little bit of Mercury retrograde. Welcome. Welcome, welcome. So today was a little drop-in training, and so I am in the car. But I still wanted to get this out to you because it's important. And so the title of this class is, do you have spirit or soul? Spirit and soul. And this is really, I'm not attached to there. So this is really about understanding the difference between your body, your soul, and your spirit, and understanding um, what others are working with as well, right? So it's not just you. You're here. The probability of you having spirit, soul, and a body is pretty high because you are in pursuit of higher learning, of healing, of ascending, all of those things. It doesn't mean that someone without a soul is not in pursuit of that, but their reasonings are different, right? So let's talk about it. And actually, the first thing I want to do though, I'm going to use my hand. So I'm just clearing the energy, and we are going to relax. Let me do a formal introduction. So, greetings, all of you beautiful goddesses who are listening to this. I want you to take a breath and kind of feel yourself get into the receptive mode for this transmission. Okay. Place your hand on your heart, place the other one on your womb, and breathe deep. Nice and slow. And I want you to repeat after me. I now open to the full remembrance of my soul, my eternal flame, my spirit, and the sacred temple of my body. I receive all that is meant for me in this moment. Okay. So this is probably the first transmission where I am introducing the concept, okay, that you are God. God, Goddess, it's all you. You are God. You are God, and you have come here to have a human experience. You are a goddess having a human experience. But what does that mean for you? What that means is that as God, you are creating everything around you. You are one with everything. I know you've heard that, right? Everything is you. You are one with everything. So you are God having a human experience. Everything is you. Everything responds to you. You are both the creator and the experiencer. So let that sink in for me. You're creating this. You have complete control over this. And you are creating this for your own experience. So if you are experiencing something that you do not like, you can change it. Now I want to bring in the frequency portion of this when they say that everything. So yes, and when I say that you, okay, let me go back because I am driving, so I don't have my notes. So bear with me. Um, when I say that you're having a human experience and you are God and you created everything here, I am saying yes. Even your interaction with me is your creation, right? My interaction with you is my creation. This is why you can sometimes get a different version of the same person from someone else, because everything, including the people, are a match to your frequency. Everything that you're experiencing is a match to your frequency. And I know this is not new. I just want you to try to conceptualize this in the way that I am presenting it. Okay. So you're God, and boop, you've created a hologram. This is the language that we're going to use. We're not calling it a matrix any longer. You've created a hologram so that you can have some amazing, beautiful human experiences. However, this is the 3D where you came, and it's denser, right? And there is some forgetfulness. And so, nonetheless, it doesn't stop you from being the creator of everything. So everything that you are experiencing, the people, the places, the job, the economic situation, all of that is a direct result of the frequency that you carry, the frequency that you emit. So if someone has shown up and, oh, they treated you bad, you were a vibrational match for that. Doesn't mean you deserve it. Doesn't mean they're not shitty people, right? But what it does mean is that you were a match. And if you don't like it, all you have to do is unmatch. How do you unmatch? You raise your vibration and you get out of there. There are going to be times when you unmatch with someone who is amazing because something happens and you've lowered your vibration. Okay. This is how you guide and decide your experiences. Now, does that mean that the other people around you are not God or they're not goddesses? No, that's not what that means at all. We are all here on a collective plane, right? We're all here on this planet together. And so we interact. And not all of us, I'm going to get into that, because this is going to walk with me here, okay? It's going to all come together. But so I'm God having a human experience here on earth. You're God having a human experience here on earth. She's God having a human experience here on earth. And so we can see each other, and it appears that we're all here together. It appears we're all here together, right? But the truth is that you can see me, but you see the version of me that is a vibrational match to your frequency, and vice versa. So even when there's people that you don't want in your reality, right, in your hologram, you can shift your frequency to where that person is no longer a match to you, and they will no longer appear in your hologram, and they will leave in different ways for different reasons and all of that goodness. Okay. Now, the people that you see, the people that you interact with, not everyone is God or goddess having a human experience. And I know you've probably heard the term NPCs. And then there are extras. And there's lots of different names, but I want to clarify who we are, what are considered NPCs, and then who the extras are. So the extras are kind of the people who you never interact with, but they're like the extras on a movie. That's why I call them the extras. Okay. If they are not observed, then they're not doing anything. If they're not observed, they don't exist. It's like, have you ever been on a road driving and it's like you're the only one there? But as soon as you acknowledge, like, damn, there's nobody here but me. Cars flock from everywhere. It's like the hologram is like, oh shit, we're lagging behind. She noticed, and they send people. Okay. If you notice a silver Mustang and you say, I love that car, you have put extra attention on it, and the hologram will give you more of that. You will see more and more silver Mustangs on the road, right? That's a very subtle way in which you have control. So, who are the NPCs? Okay, first, you as a goddess, you have a body, of course, you have a spirit, and you have a soul. Okay, you have all three. NPCs have a spirit. So those are the people that you interact with. Those are the people who are waiting on you in the store. Those are the people, the judges, the what do you call those? The police officers, all of those things. The majority of them are NPCs. They have a spirit. They can engage. They can learn. They can mimic. And they are especially good at mimicking. But they tend to be on a loop. They don't really learn their lessons. Their life seems to like they're always doing stuff, but never really getting anywhere. Sometimes, they hold high positions at times because they learn, like I said, and they're good at duplicating. So, like a lot of military people are NPCs, right? The good military people are NPCs because they don't challenge the system, they learn from it, and etc. All right. And so we have the extras, we have the NPCs. So the extras, you've never ever come in contact with the extras. They're just fillers. If you come in contact, if you make contact, then they are either NPCs or they are goddesses or gods having a human experience, right? So now, and I'm going to start a couple of say about this, is that yes, you can be dating an NPC. Yes, you can have children with an NPC. They simply are soulless, right? So they lack a certain connection to source, the creator. There are more male NPCs than there are female by nature because we are naturally connected, right? We are source. But you can be fooled, right? There are NPCs out there, cosplaying as healers and shit like that. So just know that part. But right, we have this really radiant light. NPCs are not usually beacons of light. They're usually beacons of distortion. So they draw you in and it feels like light, but once you get in, it's chaos. Those of us with souls, if we mate with NPCs, we can definitely give birth to an NPC. Just because we have a soul does not mean that the child is going to be born with one. If the father is an NPC. However, sometimes when we heal and heal the DNA strands and our lineage, we can prepare a child that we had that may not have been born with a soul for a walk-in soul. So say you had a baby, you realize this dude's an NPC, and the children part of this, I know a lot of you here have children. I'm going to get into separately, but I just want you to know, like, don't be afraid of your kids. Don't be afraid of any of those things, right? You can protect them and you can prepare them for a walk-in soul, which usually happens, I think it's like at 3 and 7 and 13, right? So they can receive a walk-in soul at that point. So there's nothing ever to worry about. Yes, you want to guard yourself from those relationships. Most of those people that are narcissistic, they don't have souls. So they are NPCs, which is why a lot of like traditional magic and stuff like that does not work for them or on them the same way that it does when you are trying to protect yourself from and are dealing with somebody who has a soul, who's just being an ass, who's being mean, who has lost their way, etc. So think of your mind, your body, soul, and spirit are kind of like woven together, right? They're braided together. And so you've got this crown. There's a line that goes from your crown to your womb and from your heart to the earth. Your womb is the portal where soul and spirit meet and express through you. Your womb is where your soul and your spirit meet, and then it is expressed through you. Your womb is very, very, very important. And again, if you have had a hysterectomy, you still have an energetic womb. And so you need to heal that, cleanse that, and then start to work from that energetic space. So I want you to close your eyes for a moment and visualize above your head is your crown. Right? It's a soul star. And it's glowing like a golden pearl. I want you to breathe it in and let it just hover. And while it's hovering, I want you to repeat after me. I call down my soul star into alignment with my living Trinity. These commands, if for any reason, because you're going to be getting a lot of them, if you want them printed or I don't put them under the training videos, you can always ask for them. Now is the time to get you a Goddess University Tipple journal and create a section for commands, because as of today, we are going to start learning how to command this hologram that you live in so that you can have and create the experiences that you came here to experience. Now, your soul star is going to enter your crown. Relax and let it move into your heart. And I want you to pause there and feel the release of old stories. It's there to clear. And then it's going to go down and move down and stop in your womb. And I want you to feel the pulsating that's happening with the crown star in your womb. And now repeat after me. I remember me. I remember why I came. Take a deep breath in and release. So now we're going to wake up the flame of your spirit. This breath pattern that I'm about to share with you, I want you to know that it's sacred. This is all the different breath patterns. That's also something that you probably want to journal on or record all your different breath patterns. This one is definitely sacred, and I want you to allow it to move through you and express itself through you, and just spend some time there. Again, I came today at, it's now 3:33, at 3 in the afternoon, because I wanted to do a check-in, right? And I want to ensure that you're getting the information that you need to get. Things are shifting, and things are shifting fast. I am receiving a lot of downloads for all of us. And I want to make sure that those who extend themselves and participate, those of you that are willing to show up and learn, are getting the information at a rapid rate. Because of how university is set up and how temple is set up, you know, you can learn at your own pace. If it's too much, you can pause, etc., etc. But when you want more, I needed to be there, and I need to be able to respond to your call. At the same time, I definitely appreciate how patient you guys are with me, because this has been, whew, June and July have been months of downloads, like just nonstop downloads. Crown loads is actually the new phrase. They're nonstop crown loads, because whew, the time is shifting, and because my remembrance is on 100 at this point. So there's going to be a lot coming to you between the fall and the end of this year, because the crown loads, because I'm in the weather and I'm in the nature and all that stuff, are heavy, and they're frequent, and sometimes they go on for hours and hours and hours and hours. And then I have to rest, because my body is not a full-blown light body yet, and I get exhausted. It gets exhausted when you're getting crown loads like that. You are in your upper three chakras, and then your body's not grounded, and you feel spacey, and you can sometimes be tired. Sometimes you can have muscle fatigue, things like that. So I do then need recovery time, and then I'm trying to process that and teach something completely different. So I'm really trying to get us caught up, so that when I get it, I can give it, like, fast forward, right? So I need to make sure that you have all of the foundational programs and information before I start giving things that are not going to connect, because this is designed to reawaken you and help you remember who you are, the powers you have, your capabilities, and how amazing you are. Okay, so let's inhale. You're going to inhale golden light through your crown, and you're going to exhale through your heart. And then you're going to inhale up from the earth into your feet, through to your womb. And then you're going to exhale through your spine. And then inhale again into the solar plex. And you're going to hold it there, hold it. And on the exhale, you're going to visualize a white flame expanding from your core. And we're going to repeat this 2 more times. So you're going to inhale through your crown, exhale through your heart, inhale up from the earth into the womb, and exhale through the spine. Inhale through your solar plexus. We're going to hold it right there. And exhale and visualize the white flame expanding from your core. 1 more time. Inhale golden light through your crown. Exhale through your heart. Inhale up from the earth into the womb. Exhale through your spine. Inhale through the solar plex. And hold. And then when you exhale this final time, you're going to visualize that white flame expanding around your core. Repeat after me. My spirit leads. My path is lit from within. Now we're going to take out your journal and we're going to do some light writing. I want you to say, my dearest soul, what lifetime memory or gift is awakening in me now? And whatever comes, let it come. On the next page, you're going to say, dear spirit, what truth must I embody without compromise? Let everything come. And then together, what is our clear direction for this next season? Okay, that's on the 3rd piece of paper. Now I want you to listen. I want you to free write. If words don't come, let symbols or light language kind of flow. If you are scribbling, if you get the urge to speak aloud, then do so. Sonahata Raha. So you can sometimes, I don't know if you remember people speaking in tongues in church, but my grandmother did, right? And so Solanaha Taraha. And Cheval Omar. So I open to all that I've been and all that I am becoming. So I do not speak, and you saw, and you could probably hear the resistance publicly in light language. My granddaughter, Raina, she was her first language. The first thing she did, light language. She still speaks light language. I'm trying to maintain that for her by speaking to her, and my light language is just coming. So I do speak freely. I do understand a lot of it vibrationally, but I don't do it publicly. That may be your calling, that may be what you do, and that's okay. So we're gonna do this integration before the closing. If you can stand, stand, and I want you to sway your hips in a soft circle clockwise then counterclockwise. Even if you're sitting, just rock in that motion. I want you to tap the base of your spine or stomp just gently. And what you're doing is you're bringing this energy into your body. Find a mirror or use your phone and gaze at yourself, your reflection in the phone screen or whatever, and say, I am the living Trinity. I'm trying to do this with you guys. Here we go. I am the living Trinity. My soul remembers. My spirit leads. My body becomes. Now, if you have water, if not, pause here and go get you some. And we're going to speak over the water to charge it. If it's a water bottle, take all the labels off. If it's a glass of water, beautiful. I charge this water. I've got some right here. Okay. I charge this water with the clarity of spirit and the memory of soul. Now you can close it up and sip on that for the rest of the day. Let it seal your field. Okay. Um, Here's a couple of other questions, like how can I weave this into the next 3 things that I do? Whether you're about to eat, whether you're about to see a loved one, how can you weave this new experience of understanding that you are a Trinity and not everybody is? You are unique beyond measure. Also, if you meet people who say they don't have internal thought, they're NPCs. Okay, that's another thing. But our internal dialogue, people who have zero internal dialogue, yeah. So you are unique, even here in this human experience. Reclaim that, remember that, and weave it into everything that you do. You are not the same. When you are engaging with people from work and they're acting fucking crazy, excuse me, rest assured, you are not the fucking same. You're not the same. Okay. So you don't have to stress yourself out or try to figure people out. Only thing that you're going to be figuring out from this point forward is how to use the commands. How to use the commands. I want you to think of the hologram as a game, right? And it's a computer system. And so when you were born, you came here with a set of codes and commands. And then other people programmed you until you were old enough to start programming yourself. So there is a collective program. There's a program that that was encoded to your body. You were born here, and then the collective codes were added to you. Then the codes of that your parents and caregivers and teachers gave to you, and then you started to develop your own codes. So think about that. That's years and years and years of things that you did not even actually contribute to. And so now you are awakened and you're running on old programs. Some programs are going to be just fine. Some programs are outdated and need to be deleted. Some programs need to be rewritten. Some programs will have to be overrode because they came from the collective, from lineage, that type of thing. And I'm gonna teach you exactly how to do it all. So beautifuls, you are complete, yet you are only beginning. This temple never closes. The soul and the spirit are always whispering. Your Trinity, soul, spirit, body, is how you build your world. I walk as a Goddess Trinity. I move as encoded light. I am aligned in all things. That's a wonderful way if you guys want to use that to seal your meditations. You can take a deep breath, bow to yourself. I'm going to close this circle. I finally arrived where I needed to be temporarily. I am going to end up being back on the road this evening, but I love you guys. Thank you so much for sharing your time and your energy with me and trusting me as your guide. Love you. Bye.